Hey, welcome to another Flights with Joel. This is going to be a fun one. I'm starting out here in P3D version 5 in the excellent version of Burbank Airport, Burbank, California, in the ND407. And I'm doing sort of a scenery compare, but really I just wanted to see if there was any chance I could find my friend's house in P3DV5, P3D version 5, and then I'm going to look at it in the new sim. This is also very obvious to me why I'm going to have a hard time going back and flying in the old sims. I have Prepare 3D, Aerofly FS2, and X-Plane. I consider them all excellent sims. And I always thought if I could just combine the three, then I would really have something. And I think that Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 will be doing that. So here's Burbank. ORBX has done almost the entire city in FS version 5 and 4.5, 4.55. And here is Burbank Airport with no scenery add-ons whatsoever in FS 2020. It's a beautiful little airport. It's beautiful scenery. What we have here is we already have weather. We already have a lot of complaints from people thinking it's not what they thought it would be. I understand those complaints, as there are a lot of technical things that even the alpha testers seem to be saying should have been fixed before the release. Completely understand that, and most of the time, these are the buildings at Burbank. I'm flying this little guy. If I could just remember the name of this aircraft. I'm in the drone camera. Zoom back in here and jump inside. So I'm switching. Sorry about the switch in light. I want it to be lighter so I can find my friend's house. Checking out everything, getting ready to go. Giving it some power, realizing, of course, the parking brake is on. So I started on the runway so that everything would be set to go. And I am ready and heading out. This is a little tricky. Everything's very sensitive. There's been a lot of talk about realism, etc. I find the same thing in all the sims. I got a private pilot's license using FSX as a guide to practice before lessons. My instructor was always impressed. Anyhow, here's the scenery in the new sim. Now I can tell exactly where I am. There's no question. All the buildings are there. The trees are too big. Someone's already thought of a fix for these trees being too big. But I think I have a much better chance of finding my friend's house and taking a dip in the pool. Stick around to the end. It's a lot of fun. Here we are flying towards the back of Griffith Park, downtown Burbank, the studios area, and the moon looks awfully pretty. Also, this aircraft reacts, in my mind, much more like the real thing. As real aircraft ride, they're riding on air, so they're always moving. I'm using Track IR, so that's how I can look around like this. And I was glad that Track IR was here for the initial release. The big thing about this sim is when I got FSX, it ran 4 frames per second on the computer I had at the time. So I literally couldn't use it. And I got FSX a while after it came out. I did not grab it right away. It took me a while. And I definitely recommend waiting on this if you're not sure. Wait, it'll get better. But if you like to fly VFR or you just want to see some... You just want to see some amazing scenery, check it out. Now hurrying back to P3D, I don't know if it's obvious to me. And this is the still excellent Burbank Airport scenery. Covers all of Burbank. Has these amazing buildings. However, this is the new sim. The big thing here is the LA River. It does look similar to the LA River. Sorry about that, ATC problems. The LA River, I can see it in here as it looks. It has too much water in it, but I don't know how you would program that in to make it look right. You'd have to do that by hand, I would think. But all the bridges are here. I can see the freeway. To me, this looks the most like a road as any flight sim I've ever flown. And the aircraft just look more solid. I mean, imagine how great it'll be when the doors open and stuff. So here's the same spot I was at. Here it is. The great thing here, of course, is I'm in a helicopter, so I can't wait till that comes about. And I miss flying helicopters. I'm slowing down here because I'm thinking my friend's house is around here, but it's not. I was wrong. Oh! Yeah, so that kind of maneuver is really smooth and fun. My machine, which is a medium machine, specs are in the description. It runs good. Scenery is constantly building, but I find that in every other sim, except for Aerofly FS2, which has no traffic. And, you know, it's a great sim. It looks fantastic, but again, it's missing a lot of things. So, coming up on the Glendale Freeway. It's the 2 if I remember correctly. I can recognize it perfectly in here. It looks like it actually looks in real life. Very much like it looks. Despite these. Now, here it is in the sim I was using last, but I consider the comparable. And, okay, my friend's house is right in this area. It's right down here. Just ahead of me, there should be, yeah, it's right down there where those cars are. It's right, okay, there's no chance. Now let's try it in here. Now I don't have replay, of course, that's one that sucks, but I can see, dead on my nose, the green area. That is a mortuary. It's a funeral home. It's a, I think it's part of Forest Lawn, another part of Forest Lawn. But I need to stop here. Oh, I got it to work. So now I'm in the drone cam. And I cheated here and cut out all the parts of me trying to figure out the drone cam. And I just skipped ahead to where I got it working properly. So now I'm going to go forward. Now I can see the streets. All the streets are here, and they look more like, well, they're out of big maps, so look a whole lot more like the actual streets. And how good are the buildings? Well, I'm about to find out. Okay, I'm going to change the zoom speed on this drone because it's way too slow. So I'm speeding up the zoom. Here we go. Let's get in there. And where is John's house? I know it's right in here somewhere. I edited out about 2 minutes of me looking around for it. So in reality it took a while, but I can see it now, right? Can I see it? No, not quite. Not quite. I'm really close. It's on the top hill just before the green area. It has a pool. So I'm very close. I need to zoom in just a little. And here we go. a little closer. Now I've spotted it. It's the house with the pool kind of in the middle of the screen. See the pool right there and the way too big trees? If the trees were proper size, you'd be able to see the pool perfectly, but that is a pretty amazing image of his house. So let's just get in a little bit closer, snap a screenshot. There we go. And I'm going to zoom back to the plane now. I believe that was the S key. Back inside, hit the pause brake to make the sim come back on. And I'm hitting the pause brake. Hitting the pause brake again. The pause brake, shaking the controls as if that'll do something. It won't. Oh, here we go. All right. I'm in. I'm on it. I'm going to go there. He wanted me to take a splash in his pool, so I'm going to do it. We're almost there. I see his house. There it is. Coming right on it. And